You're a problem.
Welcome.
We certainly hope you all enjoy the show.
They're eating the dogs.
Because I know Cops doesn't start till 4.
Ba, ba, ba. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Not the dogs.
Not the poor dogs, man.
I know.
Those poor things.
They had a bad run there for a second. Remember that when when Al Qaeda was coming over here, it's killing the dogs and stuff.
To be honest, I don't know what was happening.
Probably nothing was happening.
I don't know. But welcome back. It's Monday again. We're missing Curtis tonight. We just got the three amigos. Three amigos in the studio tonight. We almost didn't have Calvin because his phone's broken. He just before the show started, he just goes, "My phone's a problem," and I just said, "You're a problem."
Well, it is a problem because something is wrong with my SIM card. So there's either I got dust in the port or something. I don't know. Somebody hacked me, maybe, but all of a sudden, initially that's
Calvin was definitely hacked.
I thought initially that somebody was siphoning my data because every now and then my phone will disconnect from service and it will say insert SIM card to connect to send a text or whatever. So I was thinking that somebody's hacking into my SIM card and using it and bumping me off. This was all just I had no research.
You're so. This is some tail gribble. Some conspiracy level.
I think the real somebody
story was siphoning my data. Are you crazy?
Well, you jump to the worst thing. You know what I mean?
You imagine that. Who's even heard of data siphoning? Is that even possible?
I don't know if it's possible or not, but. It seemed like what was going on because it would be random and then it would work for a while. All I have to do is restart my phone and
all you gotta do is you plug in, you put the charge cord in, and you just gotta suck on it for a second to get the
flow.
Yeah, get it drafted, and then once it's going,
once
it just
it's
rips.
primed.
It just, yeah.
But I think it's more like dust in the port, and it just screws it up for a minute.
Well, you're screwed. That's all. You're in deep shit, bud. That's all I can give you.
People don't believe me because what I say is I ran out of data.
You're just so full, Calvin. When it comes to communicating with you, you're
I
the
just
most
don't know why you
difficult
gotta lie
person.
to us.
Yeah, you're the most. Calvin,
I'm not lying.
That's a lie.
All it
It's
sounds
not a
like.
lie.
That's a dog ate my homework thing. My data's being siphoned. I ran out of data.
No.
My
In fact,
phone is broken. There's
he
dust in the port.
He told you he did not get the text message.
Well, I didn't see it until you told me you texted me.
My phone does a double check mark when it says you got it. It says one that it's sent, and then check mark number 2 is that you got it.
That I got it.
It said double check mark,
it
Calvin.
came to my phone, but it didn't give me a notification.
Oh,
or
my Christ.
It did give me a notification, but
I am not
swiped it
liable
away.
for that.
I know you're not right. I had to go into the app, the messaging app, to see
When Calvin called me, I said, "Oh, what? You back from the dead?" And he's like, "Oh, what?" And he's confused, and it's because I texted you 6 hours ago and I heard nothing.
Yeah.
What am I?
I'm sorry.
What am I supposed to do?
You know what? And you deserve
Listen,
an
now
apology.
Mike is lying to us. He said he's got a girlfriend in Canada.
No, she's Canadian.
Oh man.
I had something I wanted to.
Mike's been chatting online with babes all day.
I had something I wanted to show. This was before I'd seen any other podcast talk about it. Now I've seen every show on the planet has already talked about it, but I didn't want to show you guys if you didn't see the cheese wheel race.
Oh yeah. I've watched it year after year, and this year was particularly bad. A lot of bad falls.
The one guy. This one guy.
Look how far he falls.
Oh,
baby!
my God, is that real?
Yeah, I don't know
Holy
if
crap.
you've seen all the angles or not.
He must have.
Yeah. No, multiple people went to the hospital after that.
Holy crap.
This guy, I don't know if this is the one that's got all the different angles. There he is right there.
Yep.
Oh,
and then
yeah, that's
boom.
the one. Jesus Christ.
See, I had not this angle.
Ooh, baby.
That's whiplash, dude. That is blood to the brain,
Yeah.
broken back, probably.
They showed
You're
a
lucky
bit,
to be alive.
a
to be
picture I
honest.
saw one
Is
of
he
them.
alive?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he died.
He's hanging on by a thread, but he didn't
Oh,
even win.
this is the angle that I first saw.
Jesus Christ.
It doesn't look that steep in this video, but then
No, it's steep.
He fell at the worst spot because it dropped right there.
Yeah, it's wicked steep. It's just
Look
like
at
when
it,
you're
I
on
mean,
a ski slope.
yeah, you can
the video
see-
doesn't do it justice, but
Now,
you can see
it's
how
wicked
steep that
steep.
looks
Just
right
by
there.
how far he falls.
I did watch.
There's a math equation in here, but we could figure out exactly how steep that is.
Last year or the year before, slow-mo guys went. You know slow-mo guys.
Yeah.
They went to that to capture, the slow motion, them running down the hill. I thought we should do that at Abenaki.
Cheese,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
they'd
cheese
love
wheel.
that, huh?
Yeah.
And next we're gonna do the adult Power Wheel downhill derby
Yeah.
on Abenaki. That'll be the next one. We'll get over there too.
Oh my God, that was nasty.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Anyway, I was really bummed out that I saw that every other podcast on the planet was
It
talking
usually
about
gets good coverage.
Bubba
I
the
think.
Love Sponge, Barstool.
I think it's it generally though I think it gets good coverage.
Probably.
I never
It's
hear
a
about
popular event.
it. It's always something I hear about after the fact. Like,
That guy Speed, the streamer, you seen him? He went there last year.
did he do it?
Yeah, he did it last year.
I am not a fan of Speed.
I'm not either. I think he's annoying, but
He does. There's some funny clips though.
there's some funny clips and it's a bit too.
Yeah,
like
it definitely is.
him being irritating is a bit, and
Well,
and so there,
the reason I don't like him is because when he was just playing games, he was entertaining as a gaming streamer. But then when he started doing the real life,
IRL.
It
I
makes
only
more
know him
s-
because of the IRL. So
it makes more sense to do to diversify like that instead of just sticking with gaming. But he was better as a gamer, personally, in my opinion.
could be. Did you have any other things to pull up, Carter? Or was that it? Just
I
the
do
cheese
have
wheel.
No, I do have a couple other talking points here that just quick ones like two things when we were really little. One is when we used to jump on a trampoline, how scary how scary it used to be when you were at somebody's house that didn't have
The covers,
the
yeah.
covers on the
no, it
screen.
was scary.
That's hilarious, though.
and then
And some kids were like jerks, and they wouldn't stop bouncing. Like you'd be like, "No, my sock is caught," and they wouldn't stop
Yeah.
bouncing.
or
and
you
you're getting
had to
pinched.
get on or off, and you didn't want to get pinched by the spring.
Yeah, and they wouldn't stop bouncing because they were jerks.
You're like, no, get on.
What are you scared?
And then do you remember how we always wanted a Batman grappling hook?
Yes. Every kid always wanted a grappling hook.
Look at this grappling hook. Imagine if we
That's
had one
real
of these.
deal.
Yeah, we that's exactly what I was gonna say. We probably would have got hurt pretty bad if we had one.
Well,
That thing is crazy. though.
I had an
It's all in
I had an
technique.
Indiana Jones whip, and I tried swinging from tree branches with it. You know what I mean? That like, how smart was that? If I had a freaking grappling hook, could you imagine what I would have tried to do?
Would have tried to freaking lift a car.
No, I would have tried to scale the side of the house or something. Grappling hook. It's a
Kinda high
joke in
up,
Gravity
Batman.
Falls.
Yeah.
I choose grappling hook. Oh man, yeah. Trampolines are scary though, and as I've grown up, I've been to many trampoline parks in my more recent years, and I do not step foot on a freaking trampoline. Those things
Yeah.
are a death trap. Death trap.
I was always
As a kid, when everything is still jelly, it's all right, and you also don't weigh enough to. There's something about, again, there's a math equation in here somewhere, but the fact that you're lighter and your bones are jelly, I think it's all right. It's chill. As a grown up, fuck that. Fuck a trampoline. I'm not
you
stepping on it.
you really gotta know how to balance.
Yeah,
It's a learned skill.
yeah, and I think it's a muscle group, and it's having strong tendons, like everything. Like it's
You
just
land
it's
wrong.
so easy to hurt any part of your body. It's so easy to hurt on a freaking trampoline as an adult.
I fucked up my back on a trampoline.
Yep. Yeah. It's so easy to do. Like you can just be casually bouncing as an adult and fuck up your back bad on a trampoline. Just the reverb on I don't know what it is. It's
If you just land wrong.
yeah, it's weird, but
I saw a video of a dad who went to a trampoline park and he was doing backflips and
did he slam into a kid or?
no, he actually was going to do a backflip and broke both his knees.
Oh my god.
Jeez Louise. But that's just it right there.
Yeah, that's it.
So as an adult, stay away from trampolines. Please.
Unless you're a trained professional.
Yeah, like and I watch
Have you
these
seen
guys on
the
Instagram.
super trampolines?
I'm still a
they'll
big Tanner
go-
Brongart fan.
they'll
Tanner
go like
Brongart's a
400
pioneer in the
I
tramp
mean,
game. He's
not 400 feet, but
that there's
Well,
there's probably
they're
guys
like-
that have gone that high though.
they have a
The
team-
record is insane.
they have a team that's
Plays popcorn and they
they're
bounce
doing
you.
they're double jumping the guy, and then they do.
That's what Mike said. Double jumps.
Yeah, but it's like a professional like circus trampoline, and then when he goes up like max height, they do like an anti jump where they jump right before he lands, so it's like up and catches him
Yep.
and like dampens the.
And then they usually throw pads under him too.
yeah, if he's trying to trick or something.
Yeah,
But-
Mike, the ticks are they're real up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get
yeah,
friggin'
actually-
Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Funny story. Ashlyn probably doesn't want me to tell, but she got bit by a tick right between her toes. It was hid in there, and it got infected. We had to go to the walk-in emergency room to get some antibiotics because it was like
Is this
blistered
like
up.
just now? Like
This was over the weekend.
well,
It got blistered up like crazy.
Yeah, so you
I
gotta
was gonna
watch
say-
out for them.
they like to burrow their way in, especially if you got hair.
They're burrowers.
I knew this guy once.
right in the
He got
chest
he
hair.
had a tick on him. It was right in his beard.
This was you, wasn't it?
Grew to be about this all bloated up, and
Oh,
he didn't realize it until it rolled out of his beard onto his dinner plate while he was eating dinner.
This wasn't you, was it?
No, it wasn't me. No, I just
Jesus
knew I knew a
Christ.
guy.
Jeez,
I knew
bro.
a guy.
Yeah, that's a true story too.
That's disgusting. I don't know how that happens, but
Yeah, you would feel it.
I'm
feel it.
Yeah.
I got a pretty acute awareness when ticks are on my body.
A sixth
usually-
sense.
But it's also because I'm just like super twitchy like that. Like a hair will stand up and I'll be like, it's a tick. You know
Yeah,
what I
especially
mean?
this time of year. You
Yeah.
gotta be vigilant.
You got to be vigilant. And I'm covered in moles, so like I'm constantly like, no, it's a mole.
You catch it
No,
at the
mole.
corner of the eye,
Yeah,
in the mirror.
Is that a tick? What is that? No, it's just a mole.
I was talking to Mike Einstein the other day, and he was telling me he's like, yeah, I swear, he's like, they don't just crawl up your legs. They definitely they jump from trees. They land on you. They jump up. They jump out of trees.
They do have a remarkable jumping height. like
Yeah.
18 inches or something.
For their size, yeah.
Oh, they can actually jump 18 inches.
I think. Well, I would look that up, but
Yeah,
I-
fact check that. I think they can jump, I think.
they do jump.
Yeah.
Like you don't see them once they're on you. They don't jump off, obviously, because they want to get on you.
But I don't know how they work. Like, I don't know what the mechanics are.
Ticks
but
cannot jump, it says.
Oh.
no, come on,
Come on.
double check that.
Double up on that.
I looked this up.
This
a long time
isn't
ago.
AI, is it?
Certain types, maybe. I heard they do jump. This is AI Google. Come on.
It is Google AI that's giving me that information. But
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Robots
trust
don't
AI.
know. Robots don't get
They
ticks.
probably invented ticks.
They probably.
Ticks
they-
are AI.
That's probably what siphoning.
It's all
they do.
part
they're
of-
not.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fleas jump. Are you thinking about fleas?
Maybe that.
No.
Maybe we're thinking of
Yeah,
fleas.
I'm probably
can't-
thinking about fleas.
Ticks can't jump.
Well, I've seen a flea jump.
They're fast walkers, it says.
You ever seen a house fly?
You ever seen an elephant fly?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh,
Spawn in trees. Oh man, Mike, what are you dealing with out there?
No, it's smart actually. It's like their body's a little parachute, or like a hang glider.
Okay, yeah. So they do have kind of a means of flight.
Yeah, well, with their discus shape.
Yeah.
They spin.
It's like a somebody playing frisbee or something. Tick frisbee.
Well, you think they could band together and like do a slingshot type?
That's one thing I know for sure about ticks is they're not collaborators.
They're not collaborating.
They're not collaborators.
Man, I just want to. I feel like I want
It's
to.
ticks. Carter, pull up Precious Plum. It's ticks. Pull up that video.
I want to
She
like.
my precious plum.
I want to like rip off Theo Vaughn and just tell random stories. Like I knew this one guy.
His dad was a tick.
They called him Leroy the Tick Jr.
He had a syringe.
College Humor is this great YouTube channel. I don't know what they still produce, if they even still exist, but
They're probably more behind
they
the scenes.
used to produce some of the best stuff on the internet. And to me, it still holds up. It could just be because I'm an old man now.
a little
but,
nostalgic.
they did a parody of Honey Boo Boo, and it's called Precious Plum. And it was so funny, but there's this one episode in particular where they were dealing with ticks.
I don't know that. I don't know how to find the tick episode specifically, but you can watch.
It's a whole series. There's a lot of episodes.
Let's see.
It would probably take some scrubbing to go through and find the
No, it would be a good segment to just do YouTube History Hour.
YouTube History Hour.
Go
Okay,
deep
you
on
ready?
some of these.
Yeah.
My name is Plum. I'm 6 years old, and I'm a beauty queen. My mama take me around to pageants.
Suck my dick!
Precious Plum.
It really nailed the Honey Boo Boo show.
In the parking lot of a Waffle House outside Chunky, Mississippi. We got a 52-hour drive ahead of us. So it's like, fuck. Come on, we're gonna be late. Get in your car seat.
No,
Get in your car seat, young lady. Let's go.
no, it's covered in ticks.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my god. Mom took a big old shit in her car seat yesterday, so I put it out in the field to air wash, and lo and behold, fucking ticks.
Fucking ticks.
Time to do anything about it?
That's good. We can
It's
people can go
covered in
watch the rest
Lo
of the
and
episode.
behold,
Fucking ticks.
Out in the field to air walk.
There's so many good quotes. She goes, "Hang on, Plum. You got to steer. Mama's gonna stick her head out the moon top." It's just, it's so good. That channel though had so many good videos. There's even like random videos. Like there's one video that's called like the 4 Christmases you'll live through in your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And it is such it's good production and it's so funny. People can just go watch it. We don't go to watch it, but then there was Jake and Amir on College Humor.
Of course.
We were huge Jake and Amir fans. That's like, that was like a version of The Office that was on YouTube, the same time period as The Office was on TV. But no doubt that's what inspired it, right?
Yeah, definitely. Well,
It's 2 guys sitting at a desk.
but they were writing for the channel, so it could
But-
just stem from
but-
that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to me, I always kind of felt like it was a little bit like if The Office didn't exist, they probably wouldn't have done this show. That's just 2 guys in the College Humor office, right?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely take some notes.
and they were playing heightened versions of themselves.
I
and-
honestly think we should just watch the rest of the.
I don't.
the next
I
couple
just,
minutes. Literally the
I
other
know,
thing
but-
you're talking about comes right up the moon top. The next scene. Oh, hold on.
I just I don't know if we're gonna get copy stricken about it.
We already passed the.
Already passed the test.
Yeah, we've already got copywritten.
Oh,
Time to do anything about it?
Mm-mm.
So she just gonna get ticks.
My blood tastes like monkey bars.
My leg cramping something fierce. Plum, baby, come up here and take the wheel. You gotta drive, baby. I gotta stick my melon out through the moon top and stretch my gams.
games.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's wicked funny. I can't recommend it enough. Fucking ticks.
It's covered in tick. Well, guess what? I have
What?
real or fake headline.
You got a real or fake headline?
Yeah. You
All
want to hear
right,
'em?
sure.
All right, let's do them one at a time. Let's call them real or fake right at the entry.
All right,
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Real or fake? Trump says he will reopen Alcatraz for the most ruthless and violent prisoners.
That's real. I already heard that. That's real.
I mean, I don't know. I'd have to say fake on that one.
That one's real.
Boo.
I don't think so. Because also, did you see that thing Mom sent the other day
What?
about mandatory military service?
Yeah. Is that one of your headlines?
No, that is not. No. Okay, here's another one. Woman clings to hood of car after a French bulldog is stolen in downtown L.A.
I have seen similar stuff like that. I've seen videos of guys riding on
Yeah,
hood
this
of cars.
this one had a video. I don't have the link to it.
Oh,
but-
so it was real?
yes. It was
You
real.
spoiled it.
Sorry, my bad.
Dumbass.
Okay, real or fake? Prison guards burn another pile of used underwear sent to Luigi Mangione. This is the guy that murdered that other guy. But if people like him,
Sure. That could be real. Why not?
Why would they burn it? I have to say it's
Just
fake.
to get rid of it.
fake. I don't know why. That I think that came from The Onion. That was on The Onion.
That's funny though.
Okay, here's another one, real or fake. Nude woman swings spiked club in Venice Beach duel, puzzling onlookers.
I haven't seen that. So
Swings Club.
Spiked club
is this
in
something?
Venice Beach duel.
I'm just gonna go with fake. I don't
think
know.
that's got to be real.
It
I
is
don't know.
real.
That
It is
sounds
real, and I
real.
have a YouTube video, but I have a YouTube link to that if you want that. Okay, last one.
All right.
Last one. Real or fake? Teen masturbates 56 times. 56 times dies of heart attack.
I'm
think
gonna
that's
say fake. Yeah.
It's real.
No way. Where'd you get your?
Real.
What's your source?
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to.
The Onion.
Well, this I actually heard about this at work.
You got all. You
This
get
is a
all your
story I heard
facts
at
from
work,
the
so I
Onion.
looked it up, and it is
For Christ's
real.
sake, Calvin.
Hold on. This is the police report. You want to hear it?
No. Yes.
You want to hear
This
it?
is real. Where
This
do you
is
get
real.
the police report?
This happened in Florida.
That's
know-
me.
I
Mike
remember
said
that.
this story's true. It was him. He died.
The young man was on his bed. His penis was detached from his body.
No! No! That's enough. We don't need to hear any more.
It must have been so intense it just came off his body. We found his penis gripped in his left hand so tightly we couldn't get it out. It was tragic.
Oh my God. All right. Okay.
Got that dog in him.
Okay.
That was real or fake headlines.
Jeez, I'm crow, Calvin. I don't know what to do now.
That was a bad one. Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Hey, you got any news from Gaza? Let's lighten the mood. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Holy
man.
smokes.
Yeah. One of God's silliest soldiers.
Goober. Gooner. There you go. Oh yeah, this guy was a goon god apparently.
Goon God. He just gooned too hard.
Yeah, jeez, I'm crow. Okay. Well, on a different topic, I was really thinking to myself just the other day, I don't know, basically I think you really get back the energy that you put out in life is kind of what I was thinking the other day.
Going in deep on this.
Well,
You're saying karma.
or sure, something like that. But I just think it is really stupid. But just trying to have a better attitude about things, it does like if you can just suck it up and have a slightly better attitude about things, then things go slightly better than if you were to be pissing and moaning, you know.
Definitely.
And I don't know. I guess I was just thinking about this recently about just my own self, like just not.
Do you think it's because things actually go better, or do you think you're just like having a better reaction, which makes you feel better about it?
I think it's positivity brings positivity and negativity brings negativity. I think that's just how that works. You know what I mean? Like if you're walking around, you know, with the you know, and you're mad about anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
It can come back to bite you, and I don't know. I guess I was just thinking about that myself recently.
It's one of those things where it's like laughter is contagious. How do you look at, let's say you're pissed off and
It's laughter you're after.
you're pissed off, right? And you're looking at somebody just having a ball, they're laughing. Unless it's at your expense, like how do you not like kind of
Lighten up.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. Just
That you
know,
want to be more positive. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, just and you know, especially just about work, like not, you know, like when it comes to work, I know that I'm gonna show up for work every day regardless, right?
Yeah.
And pissing and moaning about it doesn't make it any easier for me. You know, if anything, it just makes it harder.
Definitely.
You know, so if I can convince myself to just have a more positive attitude about it,
Just chill out.
Yeah, I would say that's probably true. This is kind of along the same lines as that, but I was talking to Curtis the other day, and I feel like we get like, you know how we get like a lot of free stuff from people, like people give
yeah,
us,
we come by some good items once in a while.
Junk.
yeah.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
It's true. We do get a lot of good stuff, but mostly because people don't want to deal with it.
It's like, and it kind of goes along with that, and being and getting like getting jobs from people giving you stuff, whatever it is. Some people go through life and they get absolutely nothing from anybody, like even free stuff. You don't get anything, and you kind of just are struggling the whole time. And I was talking to Curtis, is that like something you learn, like putting yourself in these positions to get things or be successful, or is it like having that attitude to put you in a position? Like, I don't know.
Well, I would definitely say
I don't know if what I said making any sense at all,
it makes sense. I think for me personally, I would say it's all learned behavior. You know, like we were really lucky to get up close and personal experiences with that exact thing, like what you're saying, like how to get jobs and how to, like in terms of being self-employed, like how to be a good worker and be good to clients and you know, oh, you hear them say, oh yeah, we're getting a new couch. Well, then you say, hey, you want me to take care of that old one? I'll get rid of it right now. And now you just got yourself a free couch and you got paid to take it away. You know what I mean? We got a really good firsthand look at that, and I don't know as if I would ever have thought of any of those things or had any clue how to do them had we not had that firsthand look. And and I kind of get what you're saying, kind of in the sense of just being more grateful about things. Like, I think it's true. You only know what you know, right? Like,
you can't know what you don't know. I mean,
there's who's the guy that wrote Meditations? Marcus Aurelius.
Oh,
he said if he's seen farther, it's only because he stood on the shoulders of giants.
right.
And I just think that's true to anybody. Like, the only reason you know something is because somebody else taught you it. You know what I mean? And not that you can't be self-taught. Like, especially now, you can be self-taught, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you at least have to have the idea to go on YouTube and look up how to do this.
Yeah.
And then have the will and the drive to make yourself do it.
But
and,
also, you're relying on the people that made YouTube videos,
right?
Or
wrote the book,
Wikipedia article.
That's just it. Nobody's doing it. Even if you're self-taught, you're not doing it alone, because there was people there that paved the path. And but I don't know where we're going with that, but And yeah, just more positivity, I think, is just what I was thinking this week. I just
Be on a positive note.
yeah, well, and I was just the other day when I was working on a Sunday, and I was finishing up my shift, and I said to my coworkers, I was like, all right, thanks for coming out. We'll see you again Wednesday, and like they were all totally stoked to be there on a Sunday, and they were even more stoked to see me again Wednesday. And I was just like, I need to match that stoke because there's no reason I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they're excited to be there.
They were so pumped. They were so pumped to be there. And so why shouldn't I be? There's no reason why I shouldn't be.
Well,
And,
that's lucky too, to have good help like that.
Yeah.
That they're on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
Come
Calvin's
on, my bad.
segment was a little sad.
My bad. I thought it was funny, but when there's a death involved, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed out. Mom should have been on this podcast.
I know it. Well, that's Mom used to play these tapes in the car about positive affirmations and being nice to yourself and being how to be more positive. And as a kid, I really kind of always thought it was like hokey or silly or whatever. I didn't, I was a little kid, and Mom would play this stuff in the car. And this is really stupid, but Justin Scard, another YouTuber that Calvin and I are fans of.
Oh, now we get to the bottom of it.
Do you remember when he was doing the quest for positivity?
Yeah, no, you're right. This was old school stuff.
So this guy, Justin Scard, had gone through a bad divorce. He moved back in with his parents, and on his YouTube channel, he started doing these videos where he would talk about the quest for positivity, and it was his personal quest to stay positive, and he would talk about these things, and the things he would say, the things he would say were exactly what we had always listened to on these positive affirmation tapes that my mom would play in the car, and it wasn't until like I was hearing it from his perspective that it all kind of, lined up in my head. And, but even to this day, Justin, he's married, to his new wife now. And, he's not making videos every single day about the quest for positivity like he used to, but it still comes up from time to time. He still will bring it up from time to time. And, I always love it when he does.
Yeah. He got a huge fan base from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not to, I don't know, make jokes about mental health or whatever. I don't know if you call this a joke or not, but I was thinking the other day that rather than being an electrician or going into the trades, another good career these days would be a therapist. If you went to be a therapist with all the stuff like people caring more about mental health these days,
and they get paid good.
Maybe there's already too many therapists. I don't know, but
I have no idea. But but they did make that show. Harrison Ford, Jason Segel. They made that show on Apple TV or something. That was pretty good, and they were all therapists in that show. I enjoyed it.
I always thought it'd be cool, but it was a lot of school because I talked to Craig about it when I was about to graduate.
Don't you have
school.
to be a doctor? Essentially,
Yeah.
It's a doctor
thing.
thing.
And you have to like shadow and everything. And
I
to be a real legit one. I don't know, like all these online therapists.
BetterHelp.
Yeah,
I think they have to be certified.
I think
I
so
can't
too,
imagine
but there's
people
got to
would
be
be
ways
using
to
it.
fudge it, right?
I don't know.
With online school and stuff. Like you could totally fudge. I feel like you could fudge it, but
You can only fudge so much, man. That's what I would say.
yeah.
If you were able to get anything done officially on the record, my hat's off to you. And I think you earned it because you can only fudge so much.
And I also rely on their reviews, I think, to be on a website like that, like BetterHelp.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where to take it from there, but When it was just going to be me and Carter in here, that's just what I was just going to do a little rant about that if it was just going to be me and Carter. I was
About
just gonna-
positivity.
or just and just kind of the way I was feeling.
Sorry, I
like,
crashed your party.
no, I'm glad you made it. I just I'm just saying like that's why I didn't have much of a like where else to take it from here, but yes, okay. Michael, perfect example. Half of scouting is fake it till you make it. And
Oh,
that's just kind of like stick with it.
I got a
right?
good
And-
story.
Yeah. What do you got?
You guys remember Benji and Bandit?
Yeah, the dogs.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to?
You just want to tell the story of them or what?
Yeah, I'm not good at storytelling, but I figured you could tell the story.
Well,
I thought
Bandit.
it would get more of a laugh when I brought him up.
The dogs that got away. Well, I do think about it quite a bit because.
I thought you had like a story.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you might have run into them again.
Yeah, or
years
something.
later. I'm sure they might be dead now.
I'm sure they are. What kind of
little
dog
dogs
was
like
that?
that.
They were
They were
little
Shih Tzus.
mops.
They were Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzus, which is like, long hair, little dog, little yapper. And
What do you think you would do if somebody just came home with 2 dogs out of the blue like that?
Just bring them back.
Yeah, I think Dad probably made the right call. I don't know. The thing was, I would have to have Mom and Dad here because I was really too young to know what went on. But I'll just tell you this story from my perspective only, because I really don't know what went on outside of my perspective. I was so young. But basically, we got in the car with our mom. We drove to these people's house to meet these dogs, right? And we go into the house and we talk to these old people and we met these 2 Shih Tzus. And then Mom's like, all right, now we're taking them home. And so we got in the car with the Shih Tzus and brought them home. And we were playing with them in our house and walking them around our yard. And then Dad got home from work. And then we got the Shih Tzus and put them back in Mom's car and drove them back to the old people's house.
Is that a play date?
And-
Real quick.
And I don't ever really remember thinking we were really going to keep them. I don't
remember-
it's really hard to know for me what happened.
I
It
remember
felt like it was a
picking 'em
flash in the pan.
Yeah, it definitely was a pretty quick thing.
Yeah.
I remember thinking that we were gonna keep them, and then when I was
Mom said that's the only time Dad's ever said no. But I think that was the right call. I don't think we're a Shih Tzu dog family. I don't think Shih Tzu is one of the dogs we.
yeah,
It
they
fits
would have
into
been
our-
stepped on probably a couple times by accident.
Well, and
I
you know
think
they had
if we
that
did
long
it-
hair. It
if
was
we
really
did
nasty.
keep them, if we did keep them, Dad would have loved them.
Yeah, he would have
He
learned
would've
to
been
love
all-
them.
Yeah,
But
he's a total secret dog lover, but he keeps it a little secret.
yeah. Well, anyway, that's the story of Benji and Bandit that had to be told, but yeah, I don't. It was
Yeah.
a kind of just a real flash in the pan.
I thought you were
thing.
gonna say you met you talked to the people and you were like, oh, I remember you. We were gonna give you our dogs.
No, I wish I had more to it, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
what else? What else is going on?
Mike did mention the King of the Hill reboot that's coming out.
Oh, there
Because
is.
on Amy, did you see what on Amy said?
Know what Amy say?
What
She
of the?
said one of the voice actors got shot.
Oh, really?
I think the
Recently or back in the day? Because I know
I think I would say recently.
I know not all the original cast is still alive. So,
I do have one thing that maybe you could do.
what?
I did drop a new single out on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
You know, just a little something.
Y'all just send me the link to your SoundCloud again. Oh, maybe it's still on the Instagram. I don't know if you send it.
Could
on
be
Insta-
there.
I think the reboot that's more important that's coming out is a Phineas and Ferb.
It's
Oh,
not a
that's big.
reboot. It's
Yeah,
a
but-
revival.
Yeah. No, not even a reboot.
Oh, that was
40 new
I was gonna bring
episodes
this up.
coming to Disney Plus.
The entirety of SpongeBob is now on Paramount Plus,
All right.
which is pretty sweet. We were watching that last night.
I only like the first 5 seasons, really.
Yeah, obviously season 1 has got the best.
Spatula, spatula.
The thing I love about
Turbodynamic spatula.
SpongeBob is the background art. The background art of SpongeBob is some of the best in any show, I would say. It's very nautical, obviously nautical nonsense. Be something you wish.
Little Thunder.
That's the one. This was something Caleb said as I was uploading it. He said something about a Little Thunder. Not about the song, but something completely separate.
Back in '82, I used to be able to throw a pigskin a quarter mile. I'm dead serious. How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains?
You know, I'm really glad you started making all these Casey Neistat edit music songs a decade after I quit YouTube.
You didn't quit YouTube.
I know, but, you know, I'm not making Casey Neistat try-hard vlogs anymore. You can imagine a time lapse in the background of this.
Yeah.
First, we gotta stop here for a slice of pie. Now it's off to the camera store.
We're going to Sbarro for a New York slice.
No, it's good though. I like it. Back in '82, I could throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
I wanted to put like a sound, like a movie clip, and I did that one. I'm not super happy with it, but you know, I just wanted to get the song out. You know, it's every time I listen to it on my way to work and on my way home from work, and every single time I got, I gotta do this, I gotta change a little bit. And then eventually, if I keep doing that, it becomes like a terrible song. So you gotta know when to give up and be like, it's good the way it is.
It starts
Yeah.
off pretty hard. That's the only thing I would say.
Hard as in good, or hard as in like hard to listen to?
I think it just like it's abrupt.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Starts pretty abruptly.
I would agree.
Yeah, I like it, and I think I would use it in a YouTube video. You'll catch that playing over the next clip of me splitting firewood, and
We
I
do,
think
we do like I don't know. We do something with it.
yeah, no, I think it's good, and I think you'll only keep getting better. I think just keep making them, and they're just gonna
Just
keep
doing a
getting
little-
better, and pretty soon you'll be Benny Blanco. You'll be out here with Selena Gomez. Okay.
Okay.
Guy.
Yeah. I think the way to go is to do real instruments, but
Did I tell you while you were gone, I tried actually playing guitar.
Oh, you
That's
did?
why the capo was on the acoustic guitar.
how'd that go? Do you have fun?
I did actually, and I got like three chords down. I was trying to learn a Zach Bryan song, which only
Nice.
consists of 3 chords.
Well, yeah, you got that.
And I think I need you to tune that acoustic guitar.
Yeah, no, that that thing. Even once you tune it, it's out of.
Well, it's kind of bogus. It's not the nicest guitar. I should probably go get a decent
I
acoustic
got it
guitar,
at
but
an antique store. It was like,
it was missing parts, right? Didn't you have to restring it?
yeah. Well, no, it had all the strings, but they were loose. So I used a piece of a coat hanger to like pin it.
Yeah.
So
Pretty crafty, and Ryder, whose father builds guitars, said you did a pretty good job souping it up. So I thought that was a good compliment.
yeah, that was probably one of the nicest things he said. He said, "You whatever you did, it seems to be working."
But anyway, I should probably get a decent guitar if I actually want to keep working on it. But yeah, I was listening to these songs over and over again, and it's my favorite thing to drive around and I sing along with songs while I'm driving. But if I'm at the house for some reason listening to songs, I don't like to sit there and sing along in the house by myself. That feels weird to me. I can't do that.
Yeah, sitting in one spot.
In the house, I can't sing along.
There's
you know what I
something
mean?
a little more private about the car.
And I really wanted to sing along was the thing, but I just wasn't feeling that vibe in the living room by myself the same way I do in the car. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I said, this song is literally 3 chords. I put the video on the TV, and I sat there pausing and playing the YouTube video on the TV to get my fingers where they needed to go and get the strumming right. And I wasn't able to play all 3 chords in succession with the strumming.
That's the hardest part is to learn to change them quickly.
But I, you know, again, if I keep working at these 3 chords, I think I'll get it in time. Like I made enough progress to where I was happy with myself, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to try this again because I was getting somewhere.
You know what's super fun and cool? Because after you like work really hard and try to learn it for a second, and then you're like, all right, I'm done. When you come back to it, it's like 10 times easier.
Yeah, well, that's just it. You know, you're building something. I'm
Muscle memory.
Exactly, and not even that, but like I think it's an E. I think I know what an E is now. It's the 2 middle strings, right? Boom.
Upper.
I know what an E chord is.
Nice.
So I learned something, and
If you had an electric guitar, we could plug it into the soundboard here and listen to electric guitar.
That would be sweet.
you gotta
we could
tighten
record
up
on,
a couple
and
times.
We could record on that.
We could record.
Yeah.
We could record like a whole in studio album in this basement.
That would be
Probably.
pretty sweet.
This is all legit recording equipment. I just watched the video Treaty Oak's newest album. They just sat in a room with a bunch of mics just like this, and they're either singing into the mic or they had the mic right up next to the, because they're playing acoustic instruments. They had the mic right up next to the acoustic instrument recording the sound of it.
Generally, the new guitars, you can play acoustic guitar that will plug in.
Plug in.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but-
if you got some
Acoustic
some
electric.
fancy thing, but this, you know, this was anyway. I think you could record music down here for
Treaty Oak came out with a new album.
on the 23rd, the Talco tapes. You didn't hear them?
No, I haven't.
It's an
listened.
acoustic. It's an acoustic album, and it's not for everybody. But personally, I enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just play Rock Band.
That's cool too. You know what I found out is that the original Guitar Hero is actually way more fun than the newer ones because they actually matched up what you're doing with the Guitar Hero guitar with the actual music. And in the newer games, they didn't really do that. I watched a deep dive.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like they matched up. Like
He's saying the original,
Yeah,
the older game was more akin to actually playing the guitar. Is all he's saying.
yeah, or
I understand.
like you hit the notes at the right time,
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
way it
I
always
see.
has been, though.
the right amount of notes. Well,
Maybe not. Maybe there's something you're not describing, but that's the way it's always been. Like, you
Well,
always
once
hit
they- when they changed it to like multiple instruments, like they had freaking
I don't know about the newer Guitar Heroes specifically, but Rock Band is always like that, where
yeah. I guess
you
it
hit
was
the notes when the notes they sync up to the music. They might not be like you might be grabbing two chords or something like that. I don't know, but
Is Michael saying he made a vlog or what?
no. I think that he was like freestyling a vlog because you said you wanted to
Oh.
use a song for a vlog.
Oh,
I was
gotcha.
just reading that. Yeah, the original Guitar Hero is or Guitar Hero 2 for PlayStation 2. Because I watched a video on how that was made in like because at the time they were making like music timing games for DS or not DS but Game Boy and stuff, and then also this separate company was making the controllers but they had to come together, and then it was a cool story anyway if you you want to watch that on YouTube.
Well, rest assured, viewers, as soon as I can play all 3 chords in succession, I will be doing it on the podcast. So
Let's go,
Yeah, I didn't understand.
I'm not putting a time limit on it, but
Zach Bryan.
when I figure it out, you'll know. Believe me, you'll know.
I didn't understand what the y'all got buck 120s or 119s.
Man, I wasn't sure either.
I went over my head.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike.
To me, it looked like gun talk.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought it was something to do with a rifle or ammunition or something, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we can put a cap on it here. I'm feeling pretty good about it. We're just gonna keep cruising these episodes out one after another, and see what happens. But I do think I'm gonna try and get some other stuff going on the channel because I'm just feeling that itch again to make some
Fiending.
make some old school YouTube videos like I did back in the day, and I'm thinking I might get on it. So, don't expect anything. Don't hold your breath, but keep your eyes peeled.
Be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout.
Yep.
We're in the mud.
Oh, it's gonna be so hard to say
Maybe next time
Goodbye, old friend.
Curtis
May the
will be
force be
here
with
too.
you.
Maybe.
Now,
Be the 4 of us again.
I bid you all a very fond farewell. Goodbye.
That went pretty well, actually.